Welcome to another episode of the Need to Be Studied podcast. It's your host, Billy the Bad Guy, Billy the Goat, Billy the Kid, Bills, Bills, Bills. And today we have a special guest with us, all the way from Washington, all the way from DC.
Yeah.
I was about to say the DMV area, but can I say that for DC?
Nah, I'd rather you say Washington, D.C. for me.
All right, so I'm going to say all the way from Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
He just dropped his new album called Boosa's Keeper.
Boosa's Keeper.
I got my boy right here, the rapper, Fat Trel.
What's up?
What's up, bro? Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate it.
Of course. How you liking this New York weather right now?
I love it, man. New York is one of my favorite places to visit, so I love it.
That's crazy because I say DC is one of my favorite places. Like, I love going to DC.
Yeah, it's just lit. It's lit in DC right now, yeah.
So, what brings you to New York?
Business, you know what I'm saying? Just touching shoulders and, pulling up on all the blogs, radio stations, interviews, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The press run for Boosa's Keeper. And, I love to come here and get work done. Like, just one of my favorite places to visit.
So, Needs to Be Studied podcast, we discuss mental health, anxiety, relationships, dating, because, we're just trying to figure this life out together. And sometimes shit needs to be studied. Before we start, we got to go back to school and start with a pop quiz. That's our icebreaker.
I bet.
What makes pussy good? Is it the wetness, the tightness, the how comfortable she is sexually, or the person attached to it?
You can only pick one? Me personally, I'm only one person, so this is just my opinion. I say the wetness, but if I could choose two, I would have said the wetness and the person it's attached to, because the person it's attached to means a lot too.
What position can a female make you come quick in?
If I'm hitting it from the back. That's
all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go straight out the door like that, but like, other positions don't really do too much for me personally, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, if I'm in it from the back, yeah, I probably will go straight out the door for sure.
Okay. And the last one, what is your bedroom deal breaker that instantly kills the mood?
There's some bitches out there that don't know how to arch. Like, arching is simple, you know what I'm saying? Like, when a bitch can't arch, I just question a lot about your personality. And like, me personally, from my experience, when I run into those little college, super duper professional lawyer, they don't have no swag when it comes to their sex game. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of generic.
So now we're going to go to our relationship segment, which we call the chemistry class. How do you balance your love life with the fast-paced lifestyle of a rapper?
Just focusing in on my partner, you know what I'm saying? Just trying my best not to be distracted, because it's super easy for an artist, entertainer, rapper / actor type dude. It's easy for us to get distracted because our workspace is the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm shooting videos with models and video models and stuff. So it's easily to get distracted. And, of course, if you are a protector of your household, you don't want the woman in your life to be everywhere on every scene and every situation, because you don't want people to see your wife like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, you know what I'm saying? I'm a street nigga first, rapper second, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want everybody to have eyes on wifey like that. Wifey got to be super secretive and super exclusive to me. And then, creating situations as to where you could be home more. You know what I'm saying? I'm at an age where I'm maturing to the point where I understand that I got to make better decisions as far as like not being in every club and every scene on every hood, every block. You feel me? So.
Are you single right now or relationship? Does somebody think they're in a relationship with you?
This nigga crazy, man.
Listen, all right, cause some people delulu. They could be like, yeah, I'm in a relationship with him, so I just got,
I'm delusional too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just on the phone with my friend. Like, I be telling her, like, niggas be delusional too. What makes you delusional?
Because, like, you know what I'm saying? I never repost these memes, right? I'm gonna let you in on a little fun fact about Fat Trel, right? I never repost these memes, but I be seeing the little memes when they be like, man, after 3 days, we go together, and after 3 days, I'm already in love with you. Like I'm a Cancer, so I find myself being in that space sometimes, you feel me? Like, and I never repost it or let the world know, but I'm like, damn, like, my God sent that down my timeline, like, he talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking about me. But niggas can definitely be delusional, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I would like to think that a female is wise enough to know that men have feelings, and they strong, just as strong as theirs.
Yeah. So this segment of the show, right, is going to be like kind of like manslation. I'm going to have you.
It's going to be like what?
Manslation. So it's basically like men translating how a man's point of view to the women.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
the topic is going to be common red flags that men look out for. Some common red flags that men agreed on were the lack of communication, being overly jealous or possessive, moving too fast, lack of accountability, negative attitudes, no long-term goals or ambitions, disrespecting boundaries, consistent needs for validations. My question to you is, do you
Who
have
made
anything to
that
add on?
list?
I just put a poll up on the gram and people commented.
That's what they said?
Yeah.
You sound like you got like a bunch of educated followers. Them
So
niggas
you
sound-
agree?
They sound intelligent. Yeah, but I agree with everything that they said, but the way that the way that they put it is very, like, in my eyes, very intelligent. But I agree with what they said, you know what I'm saying, especially lack of accountability. You know what I'm saying? Now, I am a little toxic, so being a little sneaky jealous about a nigga, I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want my bitch to,
I was just saying
you know what
on
I'm
the
saying,
episode,
overlove me, you feel me? So I
Yeah.
can kind of agree with that, yeah.
I was just saying that little unhealthy toxicness is definitely necessary for a relationship.
Absolutely.
For
I
sure.
I
because
totally agree.
how do I know if you really love me?
Yeah.
I gotta put you through a little test and some obstacles to show you that.
Right. And I need for you to know that I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't playing with you.
And if you're not willing to go through these obstacles, you don't really love me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you really say, "Oh, I'm done, 1, 2, 3," no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need you to cry a little.
Yeah, I
bit.
need a fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to see some tears.
Uh-huh.
Need you to throw something at me. You know?
I agree, man.
Talking about red flags, how quickly do men notice when a woman is overly controlling or possessive?
I mean, if you're a smart man, I mean, all men are different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, I could kind of peep it early on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might do something like just get up and walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if she'd be like, "Where you going? Damn, where you about to go at?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could kind of tell, like, versus a woman who, "Oh, man, you about to walk out? Like,
Right.
he'll be back if you don't. Fuck it." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got women like that too. So I think I could pinpoint that early on. That's not a red flag to me.
Green flag, where you going?
Yeah, but that might be a red flag to the next man.
Clap your hands if that's a red flag to you. That's a red flag?
See?
Yeah.
See?
All right. So we got one person out of maybe 5 in here
Yeah.
who think that's a red flag. What are some subtle signs that women show that they're not emotionally stable?
What is your definition of emotionally stable?
That's a
Meaning,
great question.
can they control their emotions?
Yeah.
Or is they the type to have outbursts anywhere in any room type?
Yeah. They can,
All right, so bet now that we got that understanding, can you repeat the question?
so how can you tell that a woman is not emotionally stable?
I can't answer that question, bro. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I qualify to answer that question, my nigga. On some real shit, I really don't, bro.
No? He said you know.
He's whispering a name to me. He talking about a specific female, and she crazy as a motherfucker. So, but I don't know. All women are different, man. It's different strokes, definitely different strokes for different folks. But I like a little emotionally unstable female. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right.
If we being honest, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no all perfect. Like, I hate a perfect.
So fellas, clap if you like a little emotionally unstable woman. Yeah. No, but all right. I would like you to be emotionally stable. All right. A little crazy and toxic is different from emotionally not stable. Because when you're emotionally stable, when I'm having a long day and I want to just decompress, I don't have time to hear about your emotions and all that. Right.
Right.
So I need you to have that too. I need you to be a little stable for that aspect of it.
Okay.
Right. Emotionally unstable is where you been at all day. What you doing? Like, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, and I tell my homegirls, because as a gay man, I have my homegirls, they get the straight nigga out of me, and then they get the gay nigga. Because I'm going to tell you from a nigga's perspective, I'm going to tell you out of a woman's perspective, right? But a nigga don't want to come home and hear all that extraness every single day.
Yeah, nah. They got to know when to cut it on and cut it off. I mean, as my partner, you got to know, you got to be able to read the room when I walk in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to know when I feel like going through that and when I don't.
Is it a red flag if women have a lot of unresolved trauma in their life?
In my opinion, no. I come from a specific area in my city. You know what I'm saying? And if you know the area in which I come from, then you could kind of get a real fair understanding of my thought process. You feel me? And I'm very well understanding. I grew up in a real toxic, poverty-stricken area. So first of all, don't too much surprise me. That's number one. Number two, I know that we all as people go through different things. You feel what I'm saying? So I done had bitches with the rich parents, and you know what I'm saying. I done had bitches who father was a bank robber or whatever. You know what
Right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Like
right.
on drugs, sold drugs. What you know what I'm saying? I done met from women from all different walks of life. So, um, if I like you enough, I'm willing to work with you on anything.
If you like them enough,
Yeah.
you're willing to work with them. How good are you at reassuring your woman?
I think I'm pretty good at that. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm a Cancer man, so I feel as though I show the right amount of affection. You know what I'm saying. I wish sometimes, as far as date wise, like that I was a little bit more naturally romantic.
Right.
Um, I just don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just like when it come down to dressing, like I never been a dresser. I don't know how to dress. You know what I'm saying? Like
Same. I'll be asking my friends, can you style me for this?
yeah, right. So, like, as far as like, I wish I was a little bit more romantic because I don't know how to plan a perfect date. You know what I'm saying?
When was the last time you planned a date?
That's a good question. I don't really plan it. I usually let my bitch plan it, and I just, you know what I'm saying, pay for everything.
All right, so I'm gonna let you plan. I'm gonna help you plan the date. This is what you're gonna do, right?
I did. I was looking at, not to cut you off though.
Uh-huh.
I was just looking at. Damn, she probably gonna see this. But fuck it. I was just looking at this little hot air balloon date type joint where you go up on a hot air balloon for like, I think they said 2 hours, and you just up in the sky, get you some little lunch, some snacks and some wine. You feel me?
That's
And
fire.
a blanket, and just go up there and in the sky go crazy one time.
That's
I might
fire.
want to do that.
But I don't play with Mother Nature. No, thank you. So you could do that. Enjoy.
What you talking about? The actual hot air balloon?
Yeah, just being up in the sky for too long.
Yeah.
Nah, that's me. I can't do that.
Right.
That's a great date night, and I'm pretty sure she'll appreciate that.
It's crazy because I'm super afraid of heights, but that I might be willing to do just because it looked so raw as a date.
Yeah.
I might have to do that shit. Like, I'm trying to bust my bitch eyes out. You feel me? Like, I want her to go in the group chat like, damn, this nigga just took me on a hot air balloon.
And then
you
the
feel me?
bitches in the group chat be like, well, they gonna go to their niggas later talking about, oh, this nigga.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with
All right, so I want to ask you, so here's a date night idea you could also try, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see this on the TikTok and the Instagram all the time. Do the flashcards thing.
That shit corny.
You think it's corny?
That shit's so fucking corny to me.
Wow.
I absolutely hate it. Throw the whole idea away.
So have you ever decorated like a hotel with the balloons and rose petals and...
Have I ever did that? Nah, I haven't did that, bro. Now those ideas, I love those.
Okay.
But if I was to do that, I ain't gonna lie, I'd hire somebody to do it. Though.
Respectfully.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
Pay for convenience.
Find a super girly female friend that I got, or that one aunt or one cousin that I got that could help facilitate the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no.
That shit do be looking fire though, the room full of balloons.
Well, if you're in New York, book Events by Shantae. She fire.
Oh, I bet. Say no more. I might.
Shantae.
Yeah, all right, I might look into that.
All right, so we're gonna go to our extracurricular activities. That's where we talk about sex, right? Okay. As an artist, where's the wildest place you ever had sex?
I think one of my coolest on the road sex stories, and this is just for me personally, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in the District of Columbia, and before I ever thought about being a rapper, I really didn't have no plans. I didn't think that I would ever leave the city of Washington, D.C., ever. You know what I'm saying? I thought I would die young. And I thought I'd never get to leave my city. So boom, fast forward, I went on my first tour with Juicy J, and like I was young, by the way. So this is an old story, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now you gotta put the disclaimer out.
Yeah, gotta put the disclaimer out there because as soon as this shit hit YouTube, a nigga phone get to blowing out. I'm like, nah, you
said this? No, this was back in.
Yeah, this was back.
You gotta date the content.
But I fucked this fan. Like, she was a badass fan, but it was like Milwaukee. I didn't know I had fans in Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? I rush her out the crowd, I go to the dressing room packed, boom. I go to the bathroom, it's a nigga already got a bitch in the bathroom. I bet. So look, imagine me, I'm running all through the venue trying to fuck this bitch, you know what I'm saying? So boom, I'm holding her hand. Boom, we leave the venue, hit the back door, boom, run on the tour bus. It's niggas all on the tour bus in the bunk, all in the bathroom, fucking on.
And she just following
I'm like, yeah, she like, she ready, you know what I'm saying? She like, what? This fat Trel, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck, I can't find nowhere, man. We went into the back of the parking lot, and she got on the hood of somebody's, it was a Porsche, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember what year it was, but it was like that low Porsche. She got on the hood of some nigga or some bitch Porsche. bust that motherfucker open, and
Fuck it.
yeah, we did it right there outside the venue.
Right there.
But I didn't have, I didn't have my fair share. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know if like the viewers might be like, oh man, that ain't no wild place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
The thrill to get you where you had to get.
Yeah.
Was like, bitch, we gonna find a place.
Yeah, we gonna find a place.
Right.
And then everybody looking at us knew what we was doing too. So we had motherfuckers trying to help. Try that room over there. You know what I'm saying?
Did you go around this way?
It's locked. You might want to hit the stairwell. We hit the stairwell. Niggas smoking weed. Like, I'm like, damn, smoking weed. What the fuck?
Nah, and she just ready.
She just ready. She ain't saying nothing. She was like, she still be DMing me to this day. Like, you remember Milwaukee? Yeah, I remember you.
Women said these are the most common mistakes men make in bed. They continue to skip foreplay, focus too much on their own pleasure, not enough exploring enough, ignoring the aftercare, and not listening to feedback. At my live show, we had a couple on the stage, and she got upset because her man don't eat her pussy, but she gets him head, and I'm like, well, bitch, you stupid, because if he not, you know,
that kind of don't make sense to me. But I will say this though, not every woman deserves foreplay.
What you mean? That's you about to go rival for that one. Why you say that?
Not every woman deserves foreplay. Not every woman deserves the slow kisses on the neck and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The slowly undressing and, you know, damn sure not every woman deserves head. You know what I'm saying? And this coming from a nigga who enjoy giving head. Right. You feel me? Like, I ain't got no shame in my game about dropping the top. You know what I'm saying? Because if I really, I like you. If I drop the top, I like you. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that I drop the top. Right. But it's very rare. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very rare that I drop the top. But if I like you, it's unlimited drop tops though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But
there's levels to this shit.
Yeah. Not every bitch get it.
What are some common mistakes that women make in bed?
Using their teeth too much.
But my homegirls did say she liked the little shark. No, her nigga like when she uses her teeth, and I'm just like.
Now, I done been in a few barbershop talks where niggas were saying that. Me personally, I don't understand how that could be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because main man is sensitive. You know what I'm saying? And like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, main man is sensitive and you could bruise main man.
Right,
you know what
I'm
saying? Like I'm talking like 2-3 days later type shit. You could fuck for a long time and get a bruise. You know what I'm saying? Like just for overly penetrating for hours. You know what I'm saying? So imagine with the teeth game, you know what I'm saying? That I can't stand a quiet fucker. Like, yo, we ain't fucking and you just quiet, you know what I'm saying? Like,
feeling like a SVU
I need
victim.
To talk. I need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I need to hear it. I need to know I'm doing a great job. And you know what I'm saying? So that sneaky, shy, nervousness, non-talking, that's using teeth, that's you know what I'm saying? And,
are there any guys in here that like the teeth? Nah. Yo, no teeth gang over here.
Nah, man. That's
what about one that fails to initiate sex?
I'm gonna say this, right? I've never had a problem with a woman initiating sex. And I don't know how that's gonna sound to the public, but basically what I'm trying to say is, I don't know what it is. Like all my records, I call myself fat, ugly, all that. Like these are things that my peers told me when I was going to school. You know, everybody used to be like, nigga, you ugly as shit. You know what I'm saying? That kind of, I took that and ran with it though, not in a like, damn, depressed, like, man, yeah, I'm that fat, ugly nigga, baby. Right. You know what I'm saying? What's up? I embraced that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. You know, I ain't naive. I know, you know, niggas is popping, flying all around the world. Niggas getting money, all type of shit. I get that. But I just ain't never had a problem with a woman not wanting to initiate sex with me. You know what I'm saying? I've actually woke up too many times with my dick in somebody's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be sleeping, she trying to fuck, she trying to suck a nigga dick. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm woke and walking around the house, I know a bitch want to fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't really never had that problem.
You a different type of nigga. My female friends, they be scared to initiate because they don't want to look stupid. They don't want to do something, and the nigga be like, yo, what the fuck you doing?
Oh, yeah,
Shit like that.
I mean, well, I think that, like I said, you got to know how to read the room. You got to know how to read your man. You know what I'm saying? When 2K dropped, like the first week or two, you should probably let him initiate the sex because niggas is locked in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We creating bills. You know what I'm saying? We playing Superstar on Madden.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like we locked in. So of course, yeah, boom. Certain times you don't need to initiate the sex. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know when your nigga wants sex if you locked in and if you in tune with your nigga. You feel me?
Our Needs to Be Study is where we focus on the main topic, right?
Right.
And this week, our Needs to Be Study is Fat Trel. For the new people that don't know who you are, tell them who you are and a little bit more about yourself.
For the new people who don't know who I am, my name Trel. I'm a hip hop artist out of Washington, D.C.
So what's the biggest lesson you learned so far in this industry?
It's okay to be you.
People fuck with that way more than anything else.
I feel like 92% of the industry is people trying to be something that they not. You know what I'm saying? Portray an image that they don't really live by. Try to portray to the public that they under a certain type of code or moral or principles that they not really under. And it lead a lot of dudes in bad places and a lot of females too in bad places. And I think one of the biggest lessons I learned is that it's okay to be you.
But I learned where my audience comes from is me being my true self. And people sit on this podcast, on their shows, and not want to talk about the real shit that's going on, but be on the phone, tell their friends what they're, and not everybody's meant to come up here and tell their business.
Right, yeah.
But I build my fan base around people who could relate to me because I'm sharing stories of the dumb shit I went through, or fuck shit that I went through, or fuck shit that I do.
Absolutely.
And that's my goal, is to ultimately get paid for being myself. And like these content creators that y'all see online that got the 600,000 followers, I know them.
Right.
And they not doing like they asking me for $20.
Right.
You feel me? So it's just like they living his life on the social media, and that was a reality check for me because it was just like, wow. Or people that be preaching shit online, and then I'm looking at them like, I know the real life that you're living.
Yeah.
That's not your life. And you can't tell everybody to be themselves because maybe they're not happy with themselves, and I still struggle with my insecurities. But I think I'm glad that you said, like, just be yourself.
Absolutely.
If more people say be yourselves and start being themselves, then the world be in a better place. We'll probably end bullying.
I believe so too. Not a lot of niggas would be alive too.
What was the biggest inspiration? What was your inspiration behind your latest album? And it dropped before the day before my birthday, I want to say, so you did great.
Oh yeah, damn, that's what's up. Happy belated, man.
Thank you.
The biggest inspiration behind the album, well, my little brother passed away while I was incarcerated. I was going through a space in my head where I felt like I didn't want to do any music anymore. I didn't know whether it was going to be fun, whether I was going to get the same feeling as I did, because I came up with my little brother, so it's like everything I did, he witnessed. You know what I'm saying? Every song I recorded, not every song, like he wasn't in the studio with me 24/7, but like, he was there with me, my interviews, my shows, concerts, like he was there with me. Then he started rapping. You feel me? Like he's got over 1 million views on YouTube himself, and he is not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's a real certified street nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? So, when I lost him, I felt like a big piece of me was taken out of me. And like, again, I said, I felt like I wasn't sure whether I was gonna really do music. But then, as time went on, I started going back, reflecting to the conversations that we was having before he got killed. And I was like, nah, I gotta go a couple more laps around the sun for my brother, you know what I'm saying? Because he told me, man, look, this is all I want you to do when you come home. Just try your best to be on rapper time, Trel. Fuck the streets, fuck everything else. I want to see what you can do if you gave music your all, like 100%. Because he knew deep down inside with all the shit that we was doing, I never really fully gave music my 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I felt like I owed that to him. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like I am my brother's keeper. Of course, Boost's keeper is a play on words with my brother's keeper. And I feel like I am Boost's keeper. I feel like it's my job to keep his name alive, and others. I don't want nobody to back home to see this interview and be like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody who loved him, it's their job to keep his name alive. And so Boosie is definitely the #1 inspiration for this album. It's an attempt to me keep his name alive. And that's why I wear him on my shirt every day. You feel me? So when I wake up, I see him. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's what's up. How has your time in and out of the music industry changed your outlook on fame and success?
On fame, how did it change my look on fame and success? it changed it a lot. Like I said, like you were saying, not everything you see is what it is in your face. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who look good but doing bad. It's a lot of people who look bad is doing wonderful. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
Yep.
it definitely changed your outlook on it. But if you a kid like me, I grew up, I wanted to be in this business. I wanted to be in the music industry. I wanted to be known as a rapper. Like I wanted to be a rapper. I
Right.
wanted to be a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys too. But I always wanted to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So this was my dream. You feel me? So
I have a lot of supporters that be like, "Oh, I want to get into the podcasting," or just want to. They tell me like, "I want to start this business," and you're a living testament of someone that's following their dreams and living their dreams. And
mhm.
same as me, like I just did my third live show. Um, what advice would you give to somebody that's trying to follow their dreams but they're not motivated or discouraged?
um,
And I would just say, first of all, my tip would be just fucking start.
right.
Like, start for sure.
My thing is this. My tip would be, how will you know if you don't even try? You know what I'm saying? How would you know? Like, if I sat here and told my life story, motherfuckers would be like, nah, no way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But listen, I never thought in a million years that I would have a record contract, that I would even come to New York City, that I would see Beverly Hills, that I would perform in Houston. I never in my life imagined that the shit that I was doing and how I was brought up, being a famous rapper was never in the plans. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I got a whiff of some studio time and I heard my voice on a record. And when I say I fell in love with how I sounded on the record,
Mm,
that was all I needed. That was enough motivation for me to like stop selling drugs and all that. Like, oh shit, I like how I sound.
right.
Man, I'm about to put everything into the studio. You feel me? Like that was real huge for me. So, chasing my dreams is like it's a blessing from God, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I always definitely appreciate that.
So, top 3 favorite songs off your latest project right now.
That's a good question. Top 3 favorite songs off my latest album. One would be Bury Me in Neiman's. Two would be Grown Man Business.
I was listening to that one. I like that one.
Yeah. And three would probably be Back Home with ESTG. I love
Okay.
that record.
All right. And then, is there anybody? I'm pretty sure there is, but are there any artists that you haven't worked with that you would love to collab with in the future?
Yeah, I would love to collab with John Legend. I want to do a record with
That
John
would be
Legend. That's
fire.
my favorite male singer. If I could get like just a hook or even some sound bites or some ad libs from Anita Baker,
Mm,
that'd be so
fire.
yeah, that'd be so dope to me. You know what I'm saying?
Who was your biggest inspirations coming up?
Rick Ross was my favorite rapper of all time. I definitely grew up on Wayne.
Okay.
I definitely grew up on Gucci. The times that I did spend time around my father, he always was bumping Scarface. Scarface was like played heavy on my childhood, but also a lot of people don't know this. I used to be crisscross crazy, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I
Oh.
missed the bus. I like my beat knocking. I love it when the girlies be like jogging, jogging. I used to turn that shit up all the way in the morning. My grandmother used to be like, turn that shit down.
Yo.
I was crisscross crazy when I was a little boy.
So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I don't know, man. That's a great question, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see me personally. You can call me what you want, stubborn, whatever. I just don't see me planning on actually retiring from rap. I love hip hop too much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see somebody like Jay-Z drop a record, you know what I'm saying? When you see how old Future really is in real life, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, this shit is timeless.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like Future still rapping like a young nigga. You know what I'm saying? He one of the most flyest, best dressed niggas in the game right now. And if you looked at Future's age, it'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, trust me, I'm about to look at it right after.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, look at it; it'll fuck you up. But I say that to say, like, I love music. But once I do finally retire from rap, I want to coach football.
Okay. And back to full circle because you love football.
Yeah,
Now you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
coach
yeah.
it.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Just to be around, and wherever I reside at after retirement, I definitely want to have a studio. You feel me? And let artists come through and record or whatever. But my main job, like after I retired from music, I want to just coach football and raise, help my grandkids and shit like that.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
What challenges did you face coming up?
Oh man, what? Too many challenges. The radio didn't want to play my music. We'll never say Slutty Boy on air. I used to go to a lot of colleges and pass out my CDs. This is, I started rapping when we still had CDs.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to watch people take my CD and take a few steps and then throw it like a frisbee. That was hard for me. My old manager thought it was a good idea to pull up to all the popping club let-outs.
Mm-hmm.
And he had these two big speakers. He had a Mitsubishi truck. And we'll pull up to the let-out of the club, pop the trunk and put the speakers right there, and I just perform for the let-out.
Right.
He thought that was a good idea. Man, them drunk motherfuckers was dragging on me. Get your bitch ass out the street, you dirty ass little nigga. We not listening. We don't want to hear that shit. Like,
wow.
That shit discouraged the fuck out of me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit literally made me say, man, I don't want to do this shit. I'm losing the confidence.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, but I just kept going. Kept going, kept pressing up more CDs, kept passing out more CDs.
That's what's up. And I could definitely relate to that. This is my new show. I just had another show. I went through 10 co-hosts. Now, I went through 10 co-hosts because everybody want to be part of it, right? I'm not the problem. Hear me out.
I don't know, bro. 10 co-hosts, I don't know,
10 co-hosts,
bro.
but I did a sold-out show by myself. So
4, you might have had me, dog.
But hear me.
But when you said 10, nigga,
all right,
it might be you, nigga.
The first 5 was a round table. The first 5, Shantae, is it me? Is it me? All right, and you know
sometimes
what?
You gotta let our friends know the hard truth. Sometimes too, Shantae.
Yeah. Oh, but let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I probably am the problem, right? Because my problem is I see potential in people all the time,
right.
And a lot of people want instant gratification, and they don't understand the work that you have to put into it. So everybody's like, "Where's the money? Where's the money?"
Mm-hmm.
None of y'all motherfuckers is putting up money.
Oh,
and it's always just me putting up money,
right?
But then when it's time to record, like let's say if I have you coming on and this is your only availability, I'm gonna call out of work or rearrange my work schedule.
Yeah,
they on some, oh no, I can't do it. So I always dealt with people that love the platform, that love the attention,
right?
But they couldn't handle the responsibility that comes with it,
right? Like, and it sounded like they wasn't willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for it too.
Exactly.
And sometimes that's what you gotta do. You got, when they say no homo, when they say balls to the wall, like I mean, you gotta go hard. Like, what, man? I'm calling out. Like, I'm calling out.
The other day, literally sometime last week, I had to be at work at 9, but I told my job I'm coming at 10:30.
Right.
I came in the studio, recorded the episode at 9 a.m. just because I have to do what I needed to do.
Right, absolutely.
Feel me? And people don't, it's okay if you don't want to make those sacrifices, but the train's still gonna move without you.
Absolutely.
And that's why I probably am the problem, because it's like I'm a Virgo, so I'm on my shit, and I don't have time for no iffy answers. I'm here to handle my business. Then I was like, you know what? That show came with a lot of baggage. I'm gonna start a new show. Boom, and this shit been doing good on its own, and I don't need nobody else to help me live my dreams. And I thought I did.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Sound like God working in your favor for you, man.
And that's the main thing. People don't be believing in God and thinking God and talking to God, but I do every morning.
Yeah, man, you got to believe in God, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I never talk down on a person who don't. You know what I'm saying? But I personally feel like, man, we ain't nothing without him. You feel me?
So what's next? A tour?
We definitely got a tour in the talks of being on the top of 2025 next year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With some great guests on there. I don't want to speak the guest name
because
it ain't in black and white yet.
Okay.
I hate speaking on shit, and if it don't come to fruition, it sound like I was capping. You feel me? But yeah, we definitely got a tour in the works, man, and a lot of big moves. I'm trying to talk to the label, convince the label on allow me to drop another album before the year out. I just want to put out
before this year's out.
Yeah, I just want to put out product. So it's a lot of big things in the works for Trel coming up.
Let my audience know where they can find you and where they can listen to your music.
My Instagram is @fat_gleesh_. That's @FAT_GLEESH_. And my Twitter or X is Fat Trel. That's @FATTREL. Holla at me.
Thank you for tuning in to Needs to Be Studied podcast. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and tell a friend and tell a friend. Later, y'all.